Hi everyone! This week was another doozy, with a lot of park news dropped, including the formal retirement date for former Disney CEO Bob Iger, the confirmed opening date for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in Epcot, general plans for the reopening of Disneyland, and talks about the future of the Disney College program. Blizzard Beach became the first water park to open at the Florida theme parks. We were treated to a sneak peek of new Moana-inspired rooms at the Polynesian, and spring break crowds are creating March Madness in Florida. All that and more on the Park Hopper Daily Weekly Newscast. But first, we gotta talk about my fit. We gotta talk about my shirt. This is week number 2 of rocking my merch from the Happiness Collection. I'm loving it. I wore my other shirt today while I was teaching. It's the Space Mountain shirt that says I need space. I wore it last week. I love it. Today I'm rocking. Today is a core memory day. I apologize if it's a little hard to read. It's easier to read in person. And I really love it. It's so soft. It's so cozy. I'm just wearing a jacket because I'm a little chilly. And I mean, who doesn't love like a super glittery sequin princess jacket? But you got to check out the Happiness Collection. It's the.happiness.collection on Instagram. They are a furloughed Disney World cast member, so your purchases directly support Disney magic in some way, which is super wonderful. All right, let's get to the news, my friends. Oh, by the way, my name's Anita Boyer. I don't know if I said that, but I'm your host, Anita Boyer. Disney fans have been waiting with bated breath for news on the opening of Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in the France Pavilion at Epcot, especially with guests given access to the expanded pavilion last month. While many predicted an early spring or summer opening, this week the Disney Parks blog announced that Epcot's newest attraction will not open until October 1st, 2021. Quote, "That date may sound familiar, as it will also mark exactly 50 years since Walt Disney World officially opened for the first time," writes Jeremy Schoolfield, managing editor of Walt Disney World Resort Public Relations on Disney Parks blog. So Chef Remy will help us kick off the world's most magical celebration in Parisian style, unquote. This will not be the only new addition debuting this fall in Epcot's France Pavilion. La Crêperie de Paris, a new restaurant offering both table and quick service dining options, will also open on October 1st. The menu will feature sweet crepes, savory buckwheat galettes, and authentic French hard cider. Did you think we were expecting an earlier opening for Remy? Are you excited for this new restaurant? Do you like my French accent? Okay, I'll stop. Let us know what you think in the comments. I know that I saw a lot of people being really upset about this announcement, and I gotta say, I was pleased. I think it's a brilliant idea for them to stagger the crowds. Of course, Walt Disney Magic Kingdom has been sold out for weeks since they announced all of their cool 50th anniversary excitement, and now people have a reason. I mean, you always have a reason to go to Epcot. Who am I kidding? But now we really have an exciting reason to go to Epcot on October 1st instead of Magic Kingdom. And I don't know, if I were in the parks on that day, which I probably won't be because I didn't book a hotel room yet and I think they're all sold out. But I would go to Hollywood Studios that day. It sounds like October 1st, 2021 is going to be your prime date to get on Rise of the Resistance and check out Galaxy's Edge, Planet Batu without too much of a wait, maybe even snag a reservation at Oga's Cantina. And I mean, don't even get me started on how dead Animal Kingdom's going to be that day. Unless they keep announcing new things that are going to be at each park, which maybe they will. Could be fun. We know the projections and all the cool extra magic that they're going to be putting on the park icons is going to be happening October 1st. So every park is going to have some extra magic on October 1st. So I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're kind of spread it out. Plus, I mean, so if you're not there the very first day, it's an 18-month celebration, so you will have plenty of time to check it out. And Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, it's not going anywhere. Here we go. We always expect a lot of news to drop during the annual shareholders meeting, and this Tuesday was no exception. Bob Iger, in an emotional statement, confirmed to shareholders that he will officially step down from his role as executive chairman at the end of 2021. Mr. Iger, who will remain on the board of Disney, has been with the company for over 40 years, serving as CEO for 16 years after replacing Michael Eisner in 2005. Just as the COVID-19 pandemic began to emerge in the United States last February, Bob Chapek was named the new CEO of the company, with Iger taking on the role of executive chairman through 2021 when his contract with the company ends. Iger is largely responsible for the second renaissance of the Walt Disney Company, the brains behind the acquisitions of Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, 21st Century Fox. He also led efforts to expand the parks into China, with the opening of Shanghai Disney as one of his major theme park efforts while leading the company. And Iger also pushed Disney into streaming, developing Disney Plus, a new focus for the company that is largely credited with allowing them to thrive despite the COVID-19 virus pandemic. Can you imagine the parks without Galaxy's Edge or Toy Story Land? What about the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Disney Plus? We have a lot to be grateful for, thanks to Bob Iger. Thank you. Disneyland and Disney California Adventure have been closed for almost a year at this point, and this week, California residents could rejoice at the prospect of a park opening date in late April! At the shareholders meeting, CEO Bob Chapek said that the company is shooting for a late April opening for the Anaheim theme parks. So cool! Chapek did not give an official opening date and said the company would need some time to get ready for operations at the park, including calling back cast members that have been without work since March 2020. Disneyland, along with other theme parks, will be able to reopen, bringing back 10,000 employees. That in and of itself, I mean, it's exciting that Disneyland and Disney California Adventure are going to be able to open, but like 10,000 people getting the call back to work, that is the most exciting part of this news, in my opinion. According to the OC Register, after the state announced theme parks can reopen on April 1st, if counties they are in reach the red tier status set in Governor Gavin Newsom's blueprint for a safer economy. Currently, just downtown Disney and parts of Disney California Adventure are open. The sold-out A Touch of Disney event will open up Disney California Adventure even more beginning March 18th, inviting guests for photo opportunities and food throughout the park. That event sold out through April 20th in just 8 hours. 8 hours it sold out. A testament to how anxious many California residents are to get back into the parks. In other news, Chapek also said that while there is no specific date for the return of the Disney College program, as capacity restrictions lift and more of the country are vaccinated for COVID-19, he expects the company will look to return the program perhaps as soon as by the end of 2021. That's another bit of just fantastic news. The Disney College program, along with its cultural representative program, were both shut down when the parks closed in March of 2020. Blizzard Beach reopened. This is so great. I have to stop for a second because I feel like this was around the time last year that we started hearing this is closing, this is closing, this is closing, this is closing. You're stuck in your apartment. And now a year later, we're finally getting this is opening, this is opening, this is opening. We're calling people back. You're going back to work. Yay! Good news today. All right. I'm getting excited. Blizzard Beach reopened on Sunday, March 7th, the first time a water park at Walt Disney World will be open since the virus pandemic shut them down almost a year ago. Blizzard Beach hours are 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Guests do not need a reservation to go to the water park. However, Disney has said if capacity becomes a concern, it reserves the right to shut down the water park to new guests. Masks are required when entering the park and while shopping for merchandise or while waiting for quick service food. Masks are also required in locker rooms, restrooms, and changing areas, but are not allowed to be worn while on water slides or in the water in general. Okay. I might take a pass on that until I get myself a handy-dandy vaccine. Like in the theme parks, mobile order is encouraged. Guests are being asked to adhere to social distancing guidelines and are asked not to move chairs around the property. Are you planning on heading over to Blizzard Beach soon? Let us know, because I'm not. Although I've actually never been to Blizzard Beach. I'm not much of a water park person. If I'm being honest, I don't like being, like, moist. I don't like that feeling. And I don't trust other people not to just pee in the water. Is that gross? I'm sorry, I just don't. I know there's chemicals and stuff, but like the pools are like, that's enough. A full-on water park and no, I don't know. They seem icky. But it does look cute. I like the idea of like a winter-themed water park. I've always thought that was really fun. Anyway. Lastly, we got a sneak peek at the new Moana-inspired rooms being developed for the hotel side of the Disney Polynesian Village Resort. And we are very excited to check these out in person as soon as they are open for booking. The new rooms feature a color palette inspired by the Pacific Ocean and as per usual with patterns, textures, and even characters from the film Moana, which takes place in the South Pacific. The refurbishment also includes brand new furnishings and fixtures with Imagineers using the sand and the sea as inspiration. Disney's Polynesian Village is accepting reservations beginning July 2021. Its Great Ceremonial House is also in the middle of a refurbishment to create a grand entrance fitting for this signature hotel. So, as soon as they posted photos of the Moana-themed rooms, I'm sure you know how the Disney social media verse just exploded with so many people giving it hate. Personally, my only issue with the room is that there are just 2 beds and then a couch. I much prefer the setup of like a bed, couch that can be a bed, and then like a table. But I'm always doing a lot of work on my computer, so I don't know, maybe I'm a weird person to ask about that. It's also, the couch doesn't face the TV, so like the only comfortable place to watch the TV will be from the bed. Now, of course, if you're at Disney, like, yeah, you're at the parks, who cares about watching TV? But lately I have been trying to, whenever I'm at a resort, especially a deluxe resort like that, I have been making an effort, Joe and I make an effort to really enjoy and experience the resort because you're paying way more money for that than you are for park tickets and food and all that. So, I mean, these rooms are like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a night, depending on the season and if you're going on a weekend. So, I don't know. What do you think about the new rooms? Are you crazy about the colors? Are you cuckoo for the new setup? Let us know in the chat. Also, if you have any questions, now's the time to type them out. Ask me anything. Ask me my favorite color. It's purple, so don't ask me that because I just told you. But ask me anything. Yeah, give me my computer. Let's see if anyone has any questions. Not sure if they do. But let's see. If you've got questions, now's the time to ask, because I'm gonna answer. Let's see, friends. Joe, do you have any questions? Like, when's our next trip? Because it's probably gonna be June 13th, or maybe in April. Because New York is set to end their travel restrictions on April 1st. So we haven't really been thinking about going back to Disney because I don't have time to quarantine. I'm a dance teacher and I have a lot of classes and lessons. I have a couple days like here and there sporadically where I'm like, oh, if I could just go and come back and then get back to teaching. But now if the travel restrictions are going away, that might be a horse of a different color. Anyone got any questions for me? You want to know about Remy's Ratatouille Adventure? Because I've been on it. I've already done it. Joe and I did it. Joe, what was your favorite thing without, like, don't be too spoilery, but, like, do you have any favorite things about Remy's Ratatouille Adventure?
Without spoiling it.
Come here.
Let's see. No, I don't want to be on camera.
Oh, whatever.
I think the perspective of the ride. That's all I'll say.
I like that. I hear that. It's a ride from a different perspective.
Yes.
That's very fun. I'm really excited for the creperie. favorite Epcot restaurant. We have a question from Catherine Manu, also the writer of this fabulous script. Shout outs, Catherine. Favorite Epcot restaurant. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna do like kiosk, quick service, and table service. My favorite kiosk. Oh, should I go festival? I guess if I'm talking like favorite kiosk, my new favorite kiosk. Oh, but my standard. Oh my gosh, I'm so annoying. Okay, my favorite kiosk is during Food and Wine Festival in Canada, when they have the small portions of what you can get at Le Cellier. You can get the filet mignon steak, and it's cooked. I mean, you can't really request it well or rare or whatever, but it's just like this. It's still perfectly cooked. A little medium, on the medium side, which I think is great. You don't want to cook that quality of beef too much. You know what I mean? And then you get the cheddar soup with a pretzel roll, and you can get it at the kiosk for less than $20. And if you were going into the restaurant, you'd easily be spending like $60. Of course, for a bigger portion in the whole sit-down experience, but it's so nice to be able to just grab that and just literally be eating that on the World Showcase, seeing the water. So that's my favorite kiosk. My favorite quick service is in Mexico. I love the quick service on the water. Just really quality tacos, empanadas, nachos. I haven't been since COVID, so if the menu is a little bit different, I apologize. But that's some of my favorite because there's lots of different salsas that you can add on, and it's really easy to share. They also have a mango, like, it's not ice cream, it's like a mango, like, fruit bar, like a popsicle, and it's so good. I would recommend that with dipped in a little tagine, that like red chili with lime kind of salt thing. They have that more in Disneyland. They have like little packets of it. And actually, Joe served me one today. It was very cute. And then my favorite sit down, I'm gonna go with what's open right now. I think, well, okay, pre-COVID, I would say Beer Garden, because I love a buffet. And I think if you go to Beer Garden during lunch, it's one of the better deals because it's basically the same menu as dinner. It's a little bit less expensive per person. They accept Tables in Wonderland, which is a great discount. You save 20% off of your food and alcohol, which is great. And they have some of the most fun live entertainment. They have a full, like, lederhosen clad Bavarian band doing all like the bells stuff, the harpy stuff, the long horn stuff. These are all the technical names for the instruments. And it's just like a great, like, polka fun. You could go down to the dance floor and dance. I'm sure that that's not available at the moment, but you know, things to look forward to. So that's my favorite sit down. Awesome. And best resort for COVID. I think I've talked about the Riviera Resort a lot. That's one of my favorites because of the ease to get around. I think the Skyliner is one of the best ways to get around Disney right now. You get your own little pod. They're not putting multiple parties in a pod. And it's really, I think that Epcot and Hollywood Studios are like some of the hottest ticket parks right now. So it's super easy to get to those. But in that vein, you've also got for a much lower price, you could stay at Pop Century or Disney's Art of Animation Resort, which also has easy access to the Skyliner, just as easy access over to Epcot and Hollywood Studios without the astronomical price tag. So yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for our newscast today. I'm just gonna pop back over to my script to make sure I don't miss anything. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. If you are listening on iTunes, thank you very much. And please make sure to rate and review. If you're watching right now, thanks so much for being with me live. I'm so sorry that I was late. I think 9 o'clock is going to be our new time. And hopefully it'll actually be 9 and not 9:10 because I will figure out the video setup. A huge thank you to Joe, because if it wasn't for Joe, I'd be going on at 12, because he had everything else set up for me when I came home. Super big shout outs to the Happiness Collection. You should check out their shirts. They're amazing. They have so many different kinds, different styles, different colors. Customize it. They will make it happen for you. Shout outs to Catherine Manu, my partner in crime, the journalist extraordinaire who keeps our website, www.parkhopperdaily.com, up to date, up to the minute, with all of the Disney news that you could ever want. And it's good news. Like, we're not one of those sites that was just like, Disneyland's opening on April 1st, because someone saw that they could open on April 1st, and a few of the other Disney news sites were like, yeah, Disneyland's opening April 1st. And some of us, other Disney news sites were like, oh, well, that's not exactly what they said, but sure, have fun with that one. Catherine, she doesn't roll that way. She doesn't print rumors. She just gives you the cold, hard facts. And I'm here to tell you all of my opinions, whether you like it or not. And Jim Disney, thank you so much to Jamie, Jim.Disney, for being our eyes and ears on the ground when we can't be in Florida ourselves, which is very depressing, especially because he's at Epcot, like, every single day. And I'm so jealous of him, always. Shoutouts to my guinea pigs for being relatively quiet today. They actually just perked up when I said that. That was really cute. My babies. And thank you to me. Not really. But I'm Anita Boyer. And I'm signing off for your Park Hopper Daily Weekly Newscast. We'll see you real soon. I can't get out of my chair.